When it comes to an effective demand generation strategy, it's important to note that there are two core elements of this. You have demand creation, which is the process of creating awareness and affinity for your brand through the 95% of your market that aren't actively looking for a solution. So you have to do this in places where they already are, in non-intent channels like social media, podcasting, live events, communities, and build that awareness when they aren't actively pursuing a solution. Demand capture, on the other hand, is all about attracting and converting the 5% of your market that is actively looking for a solution. So this involves using more traditional tactics like SEO, PPC, and that kind of thing, and attracting people in intent channels like Google search, like review sites even, where they are actively seeking a solution, seeking, an answer to a problem or a solution itself. Social media is an incredible way to create demand because ultimately people are scrolling through their feed anyway. They're consuming content in that place. You just need to make sure that your social media strategy is aligned to the things that buyers and platforms want. They want in-feed consumption. They don't want to click away to your website, to another blog, to another piece of content. They want to consume content within the platform and learn in the platform. And likewise, the channels, the social media channels, want you to stay on their channels. So we'll reward content that will keep people in the channel itself. The great thing about social media is it allows you to create that demand and reach people before they have a preference for a brand or before they're even aware that they have a problem in the first place. So it really allows you to take them on the entire journey from problem discovery to actual solution. It's important to note that the same content that you use and distribute organically can also be distributed on paid social media. And essentially, you're just paying to get the right message to the right people. Yes, you can have retargeting campaigns and conversion-based campaigns that are a bit further down the buying journey. However, there's absolutely no harm, and it's only a benefit to distribute your message to as many people as possible that fit your ICP. Live events can be another great way to create demand, bring people together, educate them, answer live questions, build meaningful relationships, allow people to connect with you, trust you, and build affinity for your brand. Podcasting is another way to get your message in front of people. Mediums are changing. People are consuming content in different ways, and podcasting is one of those ways that is just rising up on the scale. People like to consume content when they're commuting, when they're walking the dog, when they're doing mundane things, right? And podcasting goes hand in hand with demand creation because at the end of the day, you can't use podcasting to generate leads or to create contact details. You're using podcasting to distribute a message to your listeners. So really, those two things go absolutely hand in hand. ABM can be applicable in demand creation. Usually you'd be going and targeting a wider audience, but if you're in a specific niche or you have a specific target audience, company, seniority, location that you needed to dive a bit deeper in, then ABM could work well using some of the strategies we've just mentioned. When it comes to demand capture, there is still no better way to capture demand than through organic search. Despite it not being quite as sexy as it once was in the marketing world and, talked about a lot, organic search and, search more broadly is used in almost every single B2B buying purchase. So it's essential that buyers can discover you here and that you're in a position to capture demand when it does occur. PPC is a great way to capture demand as well, especially, high intent demand when somebody is actually looking for a solution, like best project management tools or project management solutions, that kind of thing, where there is specific intent to make a purchase. And it's key to kind of, maximize ROI on this. So target those high intent keywords where you can really make a big impact. Review sites are a really underrated way to capture demand. If you're in a category and your high intent keywords, take project management tools, for example, and you search for project management tools and the search results are dominated by review sites like G2, for example, then it's important that you increase your presence and capture demand on these channels, because ultimately you're going to struggle to compete with them organically because buyers like these websites, hence why Google is prioritizing those and ranking them highly in search, because buyers use them and trust them more than your own website content. So if you can somehow leverage those to capture the demand of your buyers, then you'll be in a much better place. It's important to not forget that capturing demand also includes the process of somebody coming to your website, evaluating if you're a good solution, and ultimately converting and asking to talk to you. So one of the most crucial elements of capturing demand is an effective website. So, you need to make sure that your website, one, is entirely discoverable, so you can capture that demand in the first place. You have a good UX with, intuitive navigation and clear content to take users on buyers on a journey to discover what you do and evaluate what you do. It needs to be high performing, so it's not slow and people drop off. And ultimately, these things will work together so that when you create demand and you capture demand, you can effectively then convert through your website.